Call
All
order.
right, we're going to call this meeting of the Forfeited Land Commission to order. And our first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any questions or additions?
We do have an addition.
Okay.
The abatement of taxes for those years that we really should not have had the properties. And we can just add that in as, behind number 5 there.
Okay, so number 6 will be abatement. Any other changes?
One other is just I want to describe what's happening with a file that's not on here. And I think Tommy might have some input too on Ms. Young's file that we actually have some deeds that we're going to be signing. And time is of the essence on these with her, and I'll explain those too.
Okay, what do you want to call that one?
Just at the end there.
Number 7, Young property.
Yeah, I just say I would humbly suggest we make a motion to amend the agenda to include item number 6, abatement of taxes, and item number 7, discussion regarding prior approved property conveyance.
There you go.
I think we have a motion.
Motion. Second.
A second. Okay.
Approved.
Have a vote on it. Any discussion? I guess
All in
Madam
favor?
Chairman, call for a vote.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Thank you. Approval of minutes from our May 13th. Have you had a chance to read those, and do you have any corrections or concerns? No. Okay, have a motion to approve the minutes. Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay. And now we come to our agent, Mr. James Thompson, who has done a wonderful job in these last months getting things rolling with the Forfeited Land Commission. You've cost us a lot of work, but we appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. This topic, of course, is the Zion Street property. This is a property the county actually wants this property. I'm not sure if it's going to be for the town of Winsboro or the county, but the county is initially going to, they want it first. It is a access to a larger piece of property owned by the county for possible future, access and egress. So if I could get approval to transfer that Zion Street, the 124 South Zion Street property to the county.
I make a motion to transfer that property to the county.
Any questions? All those in favor? Aye.
All right.
So approved, sir.
Number 5 is the transfer of 110, 111 Russell Street to an interested party. We've been back and forth with this particular subject, trying to figure out the best way to do it. The county attorney here has informed me that based on the situation, we can include Mr. Marcus Alston I think it's Alston, A-L-S-T-O-N, as an interested party and transfer the property to him with, of course, the payment of the back taxes and interest and stuff that I will gather and make sure of from the delinquent tax office. But need approval. Did you want to say something in relation to the party, or did I cover it?
I mean, that's fine. Just Madam Chairman, members of the commission, obviously the bylaws that you previously approved allows for a certain process for the properties that are in the commission and how to get them back on the tax rolls. And there are times where you can sell the property that's in place to either the current occupant, for example, or a former occupant. Then the next item on that list is any reasonable interested party. And based upon the situation with Mr. Alston, he would qualify as a reasonable interested party. So when Mr. Thompson, your agent, contacted me, I did opine. I think that given the circumstances and the property itself that he would qualify as any reasonable interested party.
So I just need y'all's approval to transfer those properties after he makes of course, the minimum bid payment to him.
Motion to accept. Second. Motion.
I make a motion to transfer the property to Ms. Robinson.
All right.
A motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Number 6, it was abatement.
Yeah.
Okay, in the abatement, I have the process pretty much laid out as far as, going to the delinquent tax office and getting the minimum bid amount. We are, of course, only including those years, the current year, of course, and then the year that it went, into default, which would be what someone would pay if they bought it when they were supposed to have. So having said that, I have to get with every one of these properties we just sold and the transferring ones, even to the county, I'm assuming, to get with the delinquent tax office. Well, of course, that's a challenge right now with the sickness in the office. I wanted to bring this up mainly because the timeliness of things, I'm trying to maintain, that, hey, once we sell these things, as soon as they're sold, we get the properties paid, the taxes paid, and we abate what shouldn't have been there. But that's going to be a challenge right now. Now, I don't know if administration is doing something to alleviate that concern, but at the point, I don't really have an avenue, and I'm not real sure if Miss Lorene, has the authority to give me that, information, or not, because I get Miss Miriam to actually sign off that this is the amount, that should be paid, the interest, the penalty, whatever it may be, what that total is, and then she signs it to kind of make sure that we have a check and balance of things, if you will. So right now, I have no timeline to get the taxes paid and or abate what taxes need to be abated. So this is more an informative topic than it is a question. So if y'all have any ideas or anything that may be able to help me through that process, certainly let me know. I understand the abatement part and how to get that done, through the steps, but right now the first step is an issue, and that's getting the actual numbers themselves. And I don't know if anybody else can even do that other than Miriam at this point.
I will be
Yeah.
happy to, and this issue has come up, some of the questions, and again, it's a little bit outside of today, but about the upcoming sale and how that's going to be conducted and going forward, the administration, I don't want to necessarily speak for them, but they have been looking into this. We've been working together because there have been some Attorney General's opinions that have come out recently that kind of shed light on that particular issue and question of what you can do in redemption periods, and the General Assembly just passed legislation there. So this would be something that I'll be more than happy to, and I was taking notes to discuss with Laura, Mr. Thompson, Ms. Laura Johnson, the Deputy Administrator, because Mr. Thompson and I discussed about that this morning about some of these issues. So we'll work together so that way we can bring that information back to the Commission, because as Mr. Thompson said, he's done a great job. I know the Commission's very happy with him, and the county is too. We're getting a lot of these properties run through. But if this is a sticking point, then we need to address it so we can continue to move forward with that.
Right.
I just don't want things to keep adding up.
Right, we don't want to go through the same thing.
And in that same process is, the properties that are to be transferred already to us from last year's. We don't have those yet. So all of that's kind of in one little ball, if you will. And so my hands are tied a little bit there. And so I will address with you guys as soon as I find out what I can do.
Well, thank you for thinking ahead on that.
You have any questions on those? Well, like I say, if anything comes up in your head later on, certainly get with me, because this is a new realm for me, and not having the person to tell me what, the numbers are.
Yeah, the next item on the agenda is item number 7 on the amended agenda, was a discussion that we wanted to have regarding a prior property that has been approved. It was in the meeting minutes from our May 13th, 2020 meeting, involving a situation with the county and the commission, and had initially, there was some property, Carolina Drive over on Ridgeway, that had been taken from the commission and improperly sent over, not by this commission action in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but had gotten into the county's hands. And so the commission approved and the county approved, and we've got some deeds for execution wherein it's going to correct that error, put it back where this property should be in the Forfeited Land Commission. And as we previously discussed, there was an issue that the county had with an individual taxpayer. And so as part of the county's agreement, it was going to swap basically properties with the taxpayer. And so step 1 in this process is to get the Carolina Drive property back properly where it should be in the name of the commission. Step 2 would have the commission on behalf of the county in the county's best interest, which is what the commission acts in, is to convey that property to the taxpayer, Miss Angela Young. And as part of the agreement that Ms. Young has with the county, she will then convey a different piece of property on Bishop Squattle Road back to the county. So that way it's a like-kind exchange. So that way it's putting everybody back in the position they should be. So the commission's already approved these actions. We've got the deeds here this morning. Just Mr. Thompson has them, and we can just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. That's what's going on.
Just FYI, I have all 3 deeds, which, of course, one deed is from Fairfield County back to the Forfeited Land Commission. We don't have to sign anything on it. The county will. If you want to look at it, though, I brought it, just FYI. The next one, of course, is the Forfeited Land Commission transferring the property to Miss Young, and that one is the one that we do need to sign and get witnessed and notarized and everything. So that we can do that just after the meeting. I'm sure
We'll conduct a closing after the meeting. We can get everything signed and taken care of.
And but just to let you know that I've got that, and then of course the other deed is simply the transference of Miss Young's property, the swap, over to Fairfield County. So I've got that just for your information as well. Only one deed actually has to be, signed by us. So.
And again, we just wanted to let everybody know we've previously discussed it, but now we're actually going forward with those closings and getting everything taken care of. So that's all I have as it relates to that issue.
Me too. I think
Appreciate it.
That's pretty much everything.
No.
Well, once again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you all.
Thank you.